Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Doing good. Like Andy's doing. Hello, Angie.
What now? I can hear.
Hey.
Hello.
Is your mom joining tonight?
Who knows? She's putting the kids to bed. She's here. I don't know what she's doing.
Okay. She cracks me up.
She's busy. That's for sure.
Yes. Okay.
Oh.
Matt join us. Hello, Allison.
Hello.
So are you guys going to try to continue to do Eat to Perform?
I would like to at some, I mean, I don't know what we'll do right now. But it's something that I enjoy.
Yeah.
The way it made me feel.
Good.
Especially during workouts.
Yeah. I'm going to cover the as requested. I'm going to cover this tonight.
Okay.
Somebody asked for me to cover this. Several people did, actually. So I'm going to cover these and basically the ergogenic aids, what's put in it, and the benefits of them. So, in fact, I've decided that I probably will start doing a weekly post on our Facebook page, CrossFit Facebook page, of ergogenic aids. Just do one per week or something like that, just to kind of get some info out. Well, I'm not sure if the Klauses are going to be able to join us. I'm going to text, well, Matt. Are you guys going to be able to join us? Question mark. And have you guys talked to Thomas?
Yes, he told me he's lost 10 pounds. He was real excited about it.
What?
Yeah.
He needs to come do an in-body. I have not heard from him.
I told him that he needed to, and he said, okay, I'll get on it. You know, he's so laid back.
He's like,
but he knows that it's time to do it.
Okay. All right. Well, he's in the group text, so hopefully he'll get a hold of me. I know he started a little bit later than everyone else. So anyway, yay. Okay. Well, I don't know if we need to get started or wait on Matt and Stacy. Let's go on and get started, and maybe I can catch them up with some of this. So I've got a lot of stuff, so I'm going to do a lot of brief points on some of this. First of all, in your fit up, let me see what's the difference. Okay, the difference between the two is the RX has creatine in it. And that's it. That's the only difference between the two. So your RX has creatine in it, and that's the first one I'm going to talk about. And the rest of them I'm going to talk about, they're in both of them. So creatine. This creatine is actually the most commonly used ergogenic aid, basically. So kind of in a nutshell, it increases the muscle's ATP production. Now, ATP, if you look at what's called the metabolic cycle biochemistry, or the Krebs cycle in biochemistry, what that does is produce things such as this called ATP. Oh, Stacy's joining. Good. It produces ATP. Hey, guys.
Hey, sorry.
That's okay. I just started in on talking about creatine. I was asked to talk about these last week, and they both have the exact same thing in them, except this one has creatine in it. Other than that, they have the same things. So I'm talking about creatine now, but creatine, it increases the muscle's ability to produce ATPs pretty rapidly. And again, ATPs is found in the metabolic cycle, or in biochemistry, it's called the Krebs cycle. The more ATPs you produce, the more calories you burn. So a low functioning body, a low metabolism, produces very little ATPs, whereas somebody who's got a good fast metabolism, their metabolism is on fire because they're producing a lot of ATPs. So the quicker you burn out of ATPs, the more fatigued you become. So creatine, by taking creatine, which is the most common supplement to take, basically, if you take that during a high-intensity workout, that's going to improve the high-intensity workout by 15%. So basically, it's like extending your workout a little bit longer before you get fatigued, because it keeps on increasing that production.
How long before the workout do you have to take it for that to be in effect?
Technically, there's all kinds of science research out there that says when to take it and when not to take it. Let me see on this one. This is the one my son takes that I had picked up at a store in Portland, Oregon, when I was doing one of my functional medicine classes. He always takes it before and during, but I want to make sure. Yeah, it doesn't even say on here. I have him taking it before and during, and also after. So he kind of spreads it out. But the actual supplement, timing, you really just need once a day. You know, you can do it all in one dosage, or you can split it up. And you need about 3 to 5 grams.
Go downstairs, she'll help you.
And 3 to 5 grams, it's typically from building up and bulking. Now this one, on his, 1 scoop is only going to give him 1 gram. So again, he needs to take that spread out every so often, or you can do it all at one time. I typically have him do that in a shake as soon as he gets home from school, because he has he has 2 workouts in a day. And it's kind of hard for him to mix it up. So as soon as he gets home from school, he mixes up a protein shake for a mass builder and puts the creatine in it. So it definitely helps. It would be more beneficial for him if he actually had it before the workout. So, but at least it's coming into his body and it's helping him prepare his body for the next workout. It does add muscle. It boosts your protein. It creates new muscle. It raises something that's called an IGF-1, which is the growth factor. So that basically, it increases your muscle mass. And not only does it increase your muscle mass, it also increases the water content of your muscles. So it's going to increase your sprint ability, the speed, resistance to fatigue. It's a mass builder. You're going to recover a lot faster when you consume creatine. And it also improves cognitive performance. So if you take this before you work out, let's just say an hour before you work out, if you take that, then in the middle of your intense workout, you're going to go much longer, less fatigue, and you're going to be more zoned in and focused. So you're going to feel a little bit of the difference with it. So again, that's about 3 to 5 grams a day. The other one is glutamine. glutamine has been in the health field for healing up your gut microbiome for years. But glutamine is also used in a lot of sports and bodybuilding exercises because of its, basically, it minimizes the breakdown of your muscle. So it improves protein metabolism. It's common in, it's the most common amino acid that's actually found in your muscles also. 61% of your skeletal muscle is glutamine, and glutamine consists of 19% nitrogen, and it makes it basically the primary transporter of nitrogen into your muscles. So during intense training, the levels are actually depleted in your body naturally. So think about when you're doing intense training, glutamine is being depleted. So that's going to decrease your strength. It's going to decrease your stamina and recovery. So taking some glutamine definitely helps. Oh my word. Murph.
Guys.
Hello.
What happened?
First being a
He
treat.
steps out and the clown steps in. Oh goodness. So glutamine plays a huge role in protein synthesis. So that's important that you definitely do take some glutamine. So it could take up to 6 days for glutamine levels to return to normal. So think about that. Up to 6 days for glutamine levels to return to normal, and it plays a key role in that protein synthesis. So it minimizes the breakdown of your muscle. It is key role in protein metabolism. It also helps in building up your immune system. So again, it kind of goes back to that layers the gut, helps to heal the gut up. So if anybody's got leaky gut, I'll put them on glutamine very quickly because it heals up the walls of the gut pretty quick. So it boosts your immune system. It's a key nutrient for your intestines, but again, it goes back to preventing your protein synthesis from breaking down. So it helps to preserve your body's muscle. So glucosamine is, or glutamine, I'm sorry, is definitely good. And sometimes you might read it as L-glutamine. L-glutamine. This is the kind I give my patients at the hospital, at the clinic. It's from a functional medicine company, but it is just to support the intestinal lining. It's the same thing that bodybuilders take. So it's one scoop is going to give you 3.5 grams. Now, a bodybuilder or someone who's trying to get cut and lean and preserve their muscle, they need 10 to 15 grams of L-glutamine a day. So you can spread that out 2 or 3 different dosages. I like to have it in on an empty stomach. So the majority of your glutamine is actually stored in your stomach. So I try to have them take it on an empty stomach so it actually absorbs pretty rapidly. So you definitely want to take that. Again, 10 to 15 grams of glutamine a day, supplementing it in divided doses 2 to 3 times a day, each one being around 5 grams. So a couple of bodybuilding studies that I've read said that it's best to take it in the morning, then after a workout, and then at night right before bed. So if you want to take it then, again, that would be basically on an empty stomach. Best time to take. All right, glucosamine. Have you guys heard of glucosamine?
Yes.
Okay. What is glucosamine normally paired with?
Chondroitin.
Yes, definitely. Bingo, A+. So glucosamine lowers inflammation. Okay, when you guys are working out, you are creating inflammation in your body. It's a temporary inflammation, but it's a form of inflammation because you're doing rips and tears in order to break it down. It's a good inflammation, but it's an inflammation. But glucosamine helps to lower the bad part, okay? Mm-hmm. It lowers inflammation. It helps to reverse autoimmune type reactions. It preserves your joint health. And that's crucial because we're doing multiple body movements at the same time. So it's very crucial that you want to reduce the joint health, reduces bone pain. It also reduces joint pain and tenderness, protects and repairs your gut lining, and it fights any type of irritation also.
I've been doing this for a while, so
It's great for leaky gut as well. So the best thing to do also is that you have it with sulfate. Are you guys familiar with sulfate? Or you can purchase glucosamine sulfate. It's already added together. But that's the most absorbable because it's the one that's closest to what our body has. So you definitely want to take that. It is compounded naturally and found within our cartilage joints. It is made from chains of sugar. Crazy. Not table sugar, but different carbs that we put into our body. So it's formed through that. That and proteins that are bound together. So supplementing is I'm going to break it down for you. So, and bone broth is also a great form of glucosamine, by the way. You guys ever drink bone broth?
No.
Oh, it's good.
I mean, I've heard of it, but
yes.
But
You
no.
can purchase bone broth at Good Measure Market or the Natural Health Food Store, or you can make your own bone broth. I think Allison has probably made her own bone broth before. I think she's mentioned that. Basically, bone broth is bones from like free-range chickens that has not been fed any type of antibiotics. I cook mine in my crock pot at a low temperature for 2 days. So you add in the water. There's all kinds of, the joints around the bones. That's collagen that starts to pull out. So you want that part. It kind of gels. I always chop up a little bit of celery, onion, and carrots, tiny little bits of it, and throw it in there for added minerals that's in there as well. Pour a little bit of vinegar in it, and it helps to pull even more out of the bones. So you get a lot of benefits from your bone broth. It's very healing for the body, very healing. So currently there's no definite guidelines for dosing on glucosamine, but basically 1,500 milligrams has been the most researched. So for joint health and pain, 1,500 milligrams, or basically 500 milligrams in divided dosages. So again, around 1,500 milligrams, 3 different times throughout the day in divided dosages, basically right at 500 milligrams. For any type of arthritis symptoms, same thing, but they want to take it with chondroitin. Again, that's with arthritis. You want to take it with chondroitin and sulfate. You can also get that in a cream as well. And for any type of digestion health, again, 1,500 milligrams. So that's what's been tested so far to be a good, safe. There's really no overdoing it, but to reap any benefits, that's what's been tested so far. You got any questions over that one? We're going to move on to branched chain amino acids. Have you guys heard of those?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Branched chain amino acids. There's actually 4 branched chain amino acids. There's leucine, isoleucine, valine, and proline. So there's 4 of them. Only the first 3 are used in branched chain amino acid supplements, though. Branched chain amino acids basically synthesize your protein, and it leads to muscle growth. So you do get some branched chain amino acids out of whey protein, but you don't get it immediately unless you're drinking like a branched chain amino acid drink. Now, I say a drink. My son has taken this one, and I just ordered this one from Designs for Health. He has not tried it yet. It's an orange flavor. It's not my favorite. So anyway, and it's got added glutamine in it as well. This one does not have added glutamine in it. This is just straight branched chain amino acids. It's the Now brand, which is an okay brand at Good Measure Market or the Natural Food Store. I definitely would not buy any branched chain amino acids at Walmart. You guys are welcome to try some of this if you want to. It's, again, it's orange flavor. It's not the best tasting. He's not tried it, so I guarantee you he's not going to like it because I don't like it. And I usually eat anything that I know is healthy. But you can get the unflavored kind, or you can get it in a capsule kind. I have not found a good tasting flavored kind yet. There was one that I got at GNC years ago that has stevia and I think a erythritol in it, which I would say is about as clean as you can find it out on the market, and it tasted okay. I don't remember the brand, and it's been several years, and I got it from GNC, and I was in there for like 2 hours trying to find a clean brand. It's hard to find one, very hard, that tastes good. So, and these are crucial because your body's depleting that. You don't actually get that. You only get it through foods. I'm going to give you a list of some foods that it does come in. Actually, I can send this to you guys. I'll send this to you guys. It's basically, it's in your protein. You get a lot in your whey. You get it in eggs. You get it in red meat. You get some like that. But you definitely need to get some extra. You get it in dairy, fish also. You get a little bit in nuts and beans, lentils, soy protein, which is for vegan weightlifters. That's what they go for. So, of course, your whey protein, again, is huge. It's got a high amount of leucine in it, the whey protein does. So branched-chain amino acids are great for muscle growth and recovery after exercise. So the Fit Aid has oh my word, oh yeah. No, it doesn't say. It just says proprietary blend of 1,870 milligrams. So it doesn't have exactly how much glutamine is in here, nor creatine, nor glucosamine.
Why don't you sleep?
And it doesn't have all your it doesn't have the amount listed on your branched chain amino acids. Shame on them. That's not right. So I would definitely look in. I mean, this would be great to drink after a workout for the creatine, even drink during a workout. And this would be fine too. Again, this one does not have your creatine in it. So you definitely want to get some creatine, add that to it. So again, your branched chain amino acids, they reduce the protein breakdown. You got to have them. It's going to be most effective for muscle growth and recovery after your exercise. So make sure I haven't missed anything here. I've got notes spread all out in front of me. Something else that's in this is green tea extract. There has been some studies show that green tea extract is supposed to give you extra energy and burn fat. It might burn a little, but it's not something that I would hold my breath over. You know, it's just very minute amounts. You've also got turmeric. Turmeric in here, of course, is a very good anti-inflammatory. So it's going to fight off the inflammation that's being created while you're exercising, which is a benefit. It's got electrolytes in it. What do you guys know about electrolytes?
And it's a fancy name for salt.
Salt, yeah. You got it. Potassium, magnesium. So electrolytes are good. It also has some CoQ10 in it, which is a precursor for nitrogen. You guys heard of nitric oxide? Okay, that's like a precursor for nitric oxide. Basically, it makes your blood vessels go from this size to that size. It enlarges them. So it's great for people who's got blood pressure issues. And if your heart gets to pumping really quick and while you're working out, it's also good for that. It opens it up. It has vitamin C, D, and E, which are crucial. All your vitamins are crucial. It has all your B complex vitamins in it. Now, I will point out that it also has a methyl B12. Are you guys familiar with methyl B12?
No.
Okay. It's also called a methylcobalamin. Methyl B12, your liver helps to break down all of your vitamins, minerals, any drugs that you put in your body, estrogens. It breaks it all down. So it goes through 3 different phases of forms of detoxing and conversion. If you have a gene SNP called the MTHFR, have I mentioned that to you guys before, the MTHFR? It's not a dirty word, I promise you.
It doesn't sound familiar.
Okay. It's a gene SNP. 60% of Americans have this particular gene SNP. And when you have this gene SNP, you cannot convert your B12 into the active form of B12, which is the methylated form. So you're seeing a lot of methylated B12 vitamins now because it's already converted, and this already has the methylated B12 in it. So that's a bonus for anybody who might have that gene SNP. So I'm glad they have the methylated kind. That's good. And all your B vitamins are important in metabolism, every single one of them. And the last one it has in it is omega-3s. So tell me what you guys know about omega-3s. Anybody?
It's good for you.
It's good for you, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Omega-3s are commonly known as fish oils, or you can even get it in wild caught fish or krill oil. So when you are doing any type of working out, again, you're creating some form of inflammation. So a quick recovery would also be taking fish oils, your omega-3s. Omega-3s is important. It's great for brain health. It's great for cardiovascular because it lowers the lipid panels. It fights any form of inflammation within the body, even if you're not working out. It is also great for neurotransmitters. So when I say neurotransmitters, I'm talking how your body reacts to fatigue, anxiety, even the synapses that takes place in the brain. It helps in that area. So your omegas are very important. You definitely want to take some omegas. This does not say how much omegas are in here, but I'll tell you guys, you need, if you're working out, you need 4 milligrams or 4 grams a day, which is 4,000 milligrams. So depending on the size of the capsule you get, that's a very important. The kind that I carry at the clinic, it's 2,000. So basically you're taking extra, or you don't have to take as much. So again, when you're working out to fight the inflammation, you need about 4 grams. On days, let's just say you're taking 2 days off, you're not working out, then 2 to 3 grams would be fine. So again, it's going to speed up that recovery. So everybody needs to be taking some omega-3s. That's for sure. And that is all that is in this. So we covered glucosamine, branched chain amino acids, creatine, and glutamine. Those are your common ergogenic aids that you're going to find advertised all over the internet. So are they worth it? Yes, I think they're worth it. If you're big time into wanting to drop body fat and make some lean gains, I think they're worth it. Whey protein, post-workout after a meal or after a workout, using that in a liquid form is great too. And again, that's got some branched chain amino acids in it naturally already. So I think they're all great. Can you make gains and lose body fat without them? Yes, you totally can. If you're wanting faster recovery, faster gains, faster speed, decreased fatigue, then these would definitely be beneficial for you. So you can do all of them, or you can choose 1 or 2 of them. They're all going to help you out. I would say the older you get, the glucosamine is pretty crucial. Pretty crucial. So you definitely want to try to invest in that. Young ones, probably not so much, is not as important. They're more on the creatine and the branched chain amino acids and the whey protein. All right. You guys have any questions? Ask away.
I have a question.
Okay.
So if we, and it's not about this specific stuff, it's more about if we do stick with each of Perform programming, is there a way that we can calculate, like if we decide we want different goals, is there a way for us to calculate the macros that we would need?
I will send a link in an email for you guys to kind of play around and plug around with it. So there's a link. There used to be one on the Eat to Perform website that was free for everybody, but they realized that everybody was using it and they started charging for it. So you can pay for that, or there's one that's a little more modified that I can send that to you. In fact, that would be great if anybody wants to use that, because you can manipulate it, change it around. As your body changes, then you'll need to change as well. So, and feel free to ask me anytime.
Right.
You know, if you guys have any questions, if you know something needs to be changed, but you don't know what needs to be changed, just go on and ask me. Now, the first thing that I always ask, are you low on energy during your workout? Are you fatiguing? If so, that's when we probably need to increase your carbs during your workout, or post-workout is when we probably need to increase your carbs. Maybe add a little bit more to pre-workout. But typically if you're fatiguing and let's just say it's beyond, something's just changing, that's typically what's taking place. If you're seeing muscle loss, then you definitely are not eating enough protein. We're going to have to increase your protein. So that would be huge. Good question. And I will send that link for all of you guys. So there's several of them out there on the internet. I'll send the one that I use. Any other questions?
I had a question and now I can't remember what it was.
Angie.
Oh, okay. How often would you recommend coming in for an in-body scan so that you're not like being ridiculous and coming like every other week, but keeping a good track of what your body fat percentage looks like?
Yes. InBody recommends every 2 to 6 weeks. You don't have to do every 2 weeks. Usually ones that come in from different gyms in town to do an InBody, they're coming in on a monthly basis. I do have my Shape Reclaimed clients that are trying to lose weight. I do have them do it every other week because they come see me twice a month. And I have them do it to kind of be a little bit tighter on them because I'm trying to be real strict and tight on them. So you can do that. I would not do it on a weekly basis. So I would say every 2 to 4 weeks. You can even stretch it out to 6 if you want to. But most people, if you're really working towards a goal, you don't want to wait 6 weeks to do it.
Okay. Is there any benefit to, so like we've been on a 6-week cycle that feels pretty strict. Is there any benefit to having like a week or two where you just kind of go into maintenance mode and slack off a little and then like get back on it, you know, just to where life isn't always pressured?
Right. You know
You
what?
just want cookies.
What, your cookies? You can do that,
Or 3 Snickers.
but it would be better just to have one meal a week that you call your cheat meal, if you want to call it. I hate using the word cheat though. You should really never cheat yourself. Just call it a freedom meal. So if you want to go have 3 Snickers, you know, for that freedom meal, then have it. Or if you want cookies or birthday cake, let that be your freedom meal so you don't feel so deprived. I would definitely make sure though that you've worked out before you go have that freedom meal. Can you start having pasta? Well, yeah. I mean, it's not clean. would rather you do gluten-free pasta if you're going to choose pasta, or even better, do spaghetti pasta, the spaghetti squash, or do zucchini spiral for your pasta. There's even bean pasta now that you can do that. So that could be other ways. But again, have that as your meal after you get done working out.
Okay.
Does that help you, Angie?
I hear you.
Yeah,
I understand.
If you have a week of eating whatever you want, you're going to really increase your risk of losing everything you've worked hard for.
Okay.
So it's best just to have one meal a week that you know you can have whatever you want and you will never feel deprived.
Okay.
So that's the thing. I don't want people feeling deprived. You just got to think wisely.
Yeah. But I also don't want to go on vacation and lose everything that I've worked for.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Any other questions? I'm excited for you guys. Okay, I'm going to you just stay right there. I'm going to take a picture of you guys on this. And Matt, I want your picture too, because I didn't get yours yesterday. What is wrong with my phone? Okay, here we go. Smile, Angie. You're actually the biggest picture up there. Okay. Now,
Michael.
a picture of Matt and your mom too, Nancy, and of Thomas. So, any other questions at all?
Is this recorded? Will you send it to us? Because it kept going in and out on us.
Yes, I've got it recorded. Well, I'm proud of you guys. And the whole purpose of this is a learning journey. So it's not about a competition of who's won the most or whatever. It's about a journey of self-discovery so that you can continue growing in this area in CrossFit. So if you want more gains, keep on doing what you're doing. You know, if you want to have that freedom meal once a week, go for it. But at least you're learning what you need to do to fuel your body. And I always say, if it's grown from the ground, picked from the tree, provided by our Lord, consider it good. If it comes from a box, a can, a factory, has a long extended shelf life, or it has ingredients on it you just can't pronounce, please hesitate before you put it in your body, because it's not going to run at its optimal best. You've got to think of your body as a hot sports car, okay? Best fuel for your hot sports car. You don't want to put a bunch of junk in a nice hot sports car, because it's not going to run. You're going to be outraced, okay? So do remember that. All right.
Slow and steady race.
What?
Slow and steady.
Yes.
He's being ridiculous.
Pickle never.
All right, guys.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, goodness. Well, y'all have been fun. I've enjoyed this. And I will go on and post these probably once a week, just to kind of a little reminder about the ergogenic aids. All right. Cool. Y'all have a good time.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Christy.
All right.
Bye.
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 Thank you.